name is Allison Taylor, and I'm the developer for Zombie Treasure Island. The goal of Zombie Treasure Island is to allow the player a level of control over the difficulty of the game that is not normally allowed or seen in games. This allows the player to give themselves a challenge if they like, or helps them when they're finding a level to be a bit too difficult. The player can go to Level Select and select a difficulty setting there. After they select their level, there are 3 basic developer-made presets, easy, normal, and hard, as well as 3 custom savable presets per level. The player can modify both their health and the zombies' health, as well as speed and damage for both them and the zombies, and the number of enemies per wave and the time between waves. The player can also try to beat their best time for each level and each preset. There will be several levels to play through, where the player fights off waves of zombies using both a sword and a gun. If the player survives through all the zombies in a level, they may unlock more levels. The player can also unlock more settings if they meet certain requirements when clearing a level, or they can buy more difficulty settings in the shop. Difficulty is approached in many different ways in games. Some games use a preset system with easy, normal, and hard. Sometimes another preset is unlocked after beating the game. Sometimes the game adjusts difficulty based on player performance, and sometimes harder levels have more enemies and bosses for the player to fight. And here is an overview of Zombie Treasure Island's difficulty settings. The player can modify their health, speed, and damage, as well as zombies' health, speed, and damage. They can also modify the number of zombies per wave and time between waves. Modifications are by percentages, not set numbers, and they modify the base number for each variable for each level, which gets slightly harder as the game goes on. And the player can unlock more options by meeting certain requirements when completing a level, taking little damage, clearing waves fast, etc. The player can also purchase settings in the in-game shop. And here's a demonstration of what I have working so far. Here's the presets. Select preset, change the settings, save it, click it again. The settings are still there. Here's the shop. You can look at the items for level 1 that you can buy to make the game either harder or easier. If you select preset and hit start, the level will begin. And the player can attack with the sword or the gun, and the zombie will chase them wherever they go in the level. In the future, I plan to add more zombies to levels and a wave system. I also plan to add more levels and also make it where the player can actually damage the zombies and the zombies can damage them. I also plan to add more level options on the level select screen and have it where the player can move around this with their camera to select levels. And in conclusion, the goal of Zombie Treasure Island is to allow the player a level of control over the difficulty that is not normally seen or allowed in games. This allows more hardcore players to give themselves that challenge that they feel like they need, and players that are more casual can learn the game at their own pace and make levels easier if they're having a hard time. This leads to them becoming less frustrated with the game. And thank you for watching my video.